Ho! Welcome to another video. As I set my pre-workout, I might talk to you about what's been happening, my training, where have I been. So currently, my focus has slightly changed. Over the summer, I was very much focused on improving my dip and pull-up strength, and I was also very much into my running. I started actually running. I've got a pair of running shoes that were sitting dormant, not being used to their full potential. And when I say full potential, they now have got me to a 23-ish minute 5K. Nothing impressive, but when you factor in my body weight and the fact that I wasn't really a runner to begin with, it's not bad for a couple of months. But I did that because I wanted to cut a little bit. I wasn't tracking my calories or anything, but I just wanted to lose a bit of excess body fat. I had just come off a powerlifting split where I was very much focused on my squat, bench and deadlift, and I kind of wanted just to mix it up after maxing out in Easter of this year, I think. But now I'm back to the powerlifting. It's more power building, focusing on my squat, bench and deadlift because they have stagnated. I haven't been given them the limelight that they deserve in order for my strength to go up on those three lifts. And I feel like I don't want to settle for a 250 deadlift, a 200 squat, and a 150, all in kilograms, 150 kilogram bench press. While they are impressive, I feel like I can push more. My goals are 180 bench at some point, 250, 260 squat at some point, and then 300 deadlift. That's like, I think, attainable over the course of 1 or 2 years. But I'm not going to stress myself out about going beyond that because I think I'm not planning on competing. And also I just do enjoy running now, even though I haven't run in the past 2 weeks because I had a massive blister and now my Garmin strap has absolutely just snapped off. So I need to get a new one. I could track my runs with my phone, but then I can't really track my heart rate, and that's how I kind of gauge my exertion. I'm basically finding any excuse not to run at the moment because it's cold and wet. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. My whole training split is really orientated over my squat, bench and deadlift. So there are some things that are neglected more than others. For example, dips and pull-ups. The volume or the amount of focus I put into those two lifts over summer is less because I don't want to kill myself off every training session by doing 50,000 sets of the equivalent amount of pushing or pulling. In turn, arm volume has decreased. But as you can see by the title of this video, we're hitting an arm day. I am tired of having inky binky arms and forearms. I just think, I don't know, I want macho forearms, farmer strength arms, dad strength arms. I don't know how you explain it, just massive arms essentially. I think that's something that's very much a highlight of a quote unquote good physique. You know, if you look at someone and they've got massive arms, you're like, fair. Or if you're losing an argument, you just whip out your bicep and you just automatically win. But yeah, I'm going to take you through an arm day. I am going to do some pull-ups, some dips, maybe a bit of military press because those are some exercises that I don't really do that often. And that will be my warm-up essentially for my arms, so I can basically just go into my first arm exercise without having to slowly increase weight because they'd be sufficiently lubed up, if you will, over the course of those 3 exercises. So yeah, I'll take you through an arm day. My arms seem to be quite stubborn. They've been very slow to grow over the course of my lifting journey. But I've seemed to have cracked the code when it comes to training stubborn arms. So if you are in a similar situation and you also have stubborn arms, then I'd suggest watching this video and taking notes. Like literally right now, whip out your notebook, get a pen, and write down every exercise that I do and follow it step by step. Doesn't matter if you don't enjoy it. Alright, forget about enjoyment. This is exactly what you need to do. I'm kidding. If you don't enjoy these exercises, don't do them. But this is what I found works for me. So that's that. That's kind of a short little update, as well as foreshadowing what's to come in this video. Stick around and you might learn a thing or two.
Okay then, what should I say then? If you like champagne, swing my way then. Right, here we go. First exercise is the incline dumbbell curl. I love this exercise. It's so good. If you're not doing this bicep exercise, what are you doing with your life? I mean, seriously. Nah, but on a level, you can really get some serious bicep strength if you do these. As you can see, my shoulders are pinned to the bench, so I am doing these strict, and I'm taking them to about 1-2 reps from failure. Nothing too crazy. We move on to some dumbbell skull crushers. As you can see, a lot of it is going to be single arm focused, and also it is going to be mainly overhead. With all your pressing movements, such as your bench press, your incline dumbbell press, if you do close grip bench press, you're hitting a push down equivalent really already, so I don't think it's overly necessary. Swiftly moving on to some preacher curls, bog standard staple of any arm workout. Very, very good. I used to try and max out the machine, and I did for a time. However, I just prefer how taking it a bit lighter, taking a bit more control, like pausing at the top, slower eccentric, it just feels better. I feel my biceps working, especially after incline dumbbell press. I have to emphasize this. I don't really feel my biceps working as effectively when I don't. As you can see, I was nodding to just let someone use the other side of the cable, but we're doing another overhead tricep movement, this time with the V-bar. Just feels amazing. The fatigue curve on this is quite interesting. You'll be doing reps fine, and then all of a sudden you're just at failure. There is no curve. And then we do some Bayesian curls. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you have the cables at hand height, and the stretch and the contraction is utterly superb. I adore how this feels. So, finishing off, we're doing some forearms. Couple of cable curl variants, essentially. As you can see, I'm letting my fingers slip almost. Well, not my fingers slip, letting the bar slip into my fingers. And that just increases the range of motion and makes it a bit harder. But I found these significantly harder, the reverse curls. I guess you can call them curls. No idea. But as you can see here, I am struggling at this point, and this is something like my 10th rep. All the rep ranges are about 8 to 15, so yeah. And then here's the pump. Nothing crazy, only retrained arms, but as you can see, the bicep is crazy. And then yeah, you wouldn't tell that I'm bulking, would you?